Alright, motherfuckers, let me regale you this situation. Let me tell you a story. Take you to a land of, fuck-ups and mistakes. So, I was playing Rogue Company 2 days ago with my boy Goose Donkey. You know, we were having a lot of fun, we were getting randy, just playing some video games like the boys do. And then out of nowhere, we were playing Strikeout. Yeah, we were having fun. I don't know if we were winning or losing, but that's besides the point. And then out of nowhere, Goose Donkey's like, "Oi, so are you going to subscribe to Crunchyroll now?" I'm like, "No, why the fuck would I do that? Crunchyroll licks ballsack." And he's like, "Oh, well, Funimation and Crunchyroll are merging." I'm like, "What? The fuck did you just say to me? Are you kidding? Is this a off-season April Fool's joke?" And he's like, "No, I'm reading about it right now." I'm like, for fuck's sake. My lord. Really? And he's like, "Yeah." And he read the article about an hour after it was published, so that was a relatively current article at that time. And I was just thinking to myself, for fuck's sake, how can any company make the same mistake multiple times? And then I remember companies like Activision and Ubisoft exist, but that's besides the point. So what's effectively happening here, and why I'm so annoyed and why so many people are pissed off about this, is Funimation recently merged with another anime streaming platform that some of you may not be aware of because it was only really popular in Australia and New Zealand. But that streaming platform was Funimation, and that was, Anime Lab. That streaming platform was Anime Lab. It is now Funimation, but it used to be Anime Lab, which was owned by Madman, which was a company that distributed all of the physical anime products, whether that be DVDs, figurines, manga, everything like that. So they were responsible for that, and then it was a great service. It worked perfectly. The free version was pretty good. The paid version was even better, as it should be. Well, Funimation comes along there and says, "We're going to merge Anime Lab with us." So everyone with an Anime Lab account has to either sign with Funimation or they don't have an Australia-based anime streaming service to utilize. And I'm like, fuck's sake, I hate Funimation. Why would I want to do this? So anyway, I begrudgingly sign up to Funimation, use the free version, and let me just say, after the 2, maybe 3.5 month time span I've spent with Funimation, I haven't had a single good experience with the platform. Everything about it is just scuffed. The free version is glitched, so instead of showing only 2 ads twice every episode, I've had times where it showed me 5 ads in a row, the exact same ad. If I have to watch that fucking Battlefield 2047 ad again, I'm gonna fucking chuck something out a window, right? But that platform is broken on the free version. I subscribe to the paid version, and the paid version is even worse. I can't add shows to my watch list on certain platforms. Sometimes a platform will work to its standard that I would say is acceptable, but then the next time I use the application on that same platform, it's just a hit or miss experience whether it's actually going to work correctly or not. And I'm thinking to myself, fuck me, I hate Funimation with a passion. This application blows fucking ass real bad. So I'm sitting here thinking to myself, alright, I'll have to make do with a bad situation. At least it's not Crunchyroll, which is even worse. So for the few months I've been utilizing Funimation, it's been mostly negative, but it's passable. It hasn't made me want to do piracy yet. I mean, I've got a collection of DVDs I could be watching, but for shows I don't own on DVD, Funimation cuts the mustard at the very least for just letting me watch the shows I want to watch. So I thought that was it. I thought that was all we needed to put up with. Funimation is now owns a monopoly over Australian and New Zealand anime streaming, which I suppose it could be worse. So I'm sitting there playing Rogue Company with my boy Goose Donkey, and then he says this, and I'm sitting here thinking to myself, holy fuck, it has just gotten worse. I didn't think it was possible to find a platform worse than Funimation, but Crunchyroll is that platform. Everything wrong with Funimation doubles with Crunchyroll. The fact that Funimation subscribed me on my Google account that I haven't used in over 5.5 years, where I didn't have any financial details put into it. What effectively happened was I subscribed to the year payment of $76 a year. It tried to take that money out, but because the subscription was on a Google account I haven't used in fucking ages, I couldn't pay for it. Not that I wanted to, but I couldn't. I didn't know how to fix that up. With Anime Lab, when you subscribe to the Platinum Premium subscription, all that happens is you go into the application and there's a cancel button. Funimation doesn't have that. What Funimation has is a shit system where you either have to contact them or Google. I contacted them 4 times. Each time I got the same automated response saying I have to contact Google. So that was shit. But I found out they were merging with Crunchyroll and I'm just like, what the fuck's the point? I understand in a way why it happened, why they took Anime Lab and merged it with Funimation so that all of their anime content could be on Funimation when they merged with Crunchyroll. But all I'm thinking is, why didn't they say that before they merged Anime Lab? I would have at least understood slightly more. I would have been more pissed off knowing that the content from a genuinely great application like Anime Lab would be going to the bottom of the barrel on Crunchyroll and Funimation, but I would have at least got it. So I'm sitting here now thinking to myself, where do we go from here? Do I buy a subscription to a platform that I genuinely can't stand at all? Or do I just start torrenting? Do I just start pirating? I mean, I would get Netflix if the anime selection was a bit better, but at the moment, sure there are some good shows, but a majority of it is stuff I have no interest in, and there's barely any of it in comparison to these other streaming platforms. I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place when it comes to this situation. People are saying that they're not going to merge yet. Funimation's still going to be its own thing, and Crunchyroll's still going to be its own thing, but I can guarantee in 3 or 4 months, Crunchyroll is going to be the only game in town, or Funimation's going to be the only game in town. Obviously, not for the reason of it being good. I want Funimation to stay because that's the one I've got my subscription with now. But if Crunchyroll is the only game in town, I really don't know what I'm gonna do. And that's what a lot of people feel. Especially for New Zealand and Australian anime viewers. We've been fucked around so much by the merge of Anime Lab with Funimation now that no one knows what they're gonna fucking do. Many people have argued that this is a good thing, this is a great thing, but it can't possibly be when both platforms are so fucking terrible and so shit at the bare minimum. Streaming anime? It can't be a good thing no matter how you look at it. It's just me weighing in. This obviously wasn't a scripted video because usually when I script videos I come off more literate. I probably sound like a retard right now, but you know how it is. Some Rogue Company gameplay. My boy Goose Donkey and my boy Reese, we play Rogue Company quite frequently, and this is just some gameplay from that. So yeah. Sound off in the comments. I just wanted to jump on this train and see what people thought, because for me, I genuinely don't know what platform I'm going to use, if any legal platform to watch anime, really. Like, thanks for watching. My name's Mechabroski, and I'll catch you later.